Morning Show with Anthony here on 92.9 and 96.9 EHM. Very excited for our next guest who joins us on the EHM listener line. He is the lead singer, founding member of the group Rusted Root. Michael Glabicki is on the phone. Mike, how you doing, man?
Good, how you doing?
Did I get that last name right, Glabicki?
Yeah, you nailed it.
All right, now have you ever seen the movie Grease?
Yeah, but when I was like, I don't know, 8 or something.
Right, like, as did everybody else. Do you remember Kaniki?
No.
All right, there was a character called Kaniki, and he used to say a phrase, and I'm wondering if you in your personal life ever used a phrase similar. Did you ever say to somebody, a hickey from Glabicki is like a Hallmark card?
No, I never did, but I think I will now.
I'm glad we had this. If we got nothing else out of this interview, I'm glad that you're actually going to say that to another human being. That's awesome. If that's the first thing you say to the crowd at the Paramount next week, that would be. I would get there's a 50 in it for you. I'm just going to say that there's a 50 in it for you.
That sounds good.
What's one of the things in your 25 years of touring? What's a story that sticks up at the top of your mind as a night that was unbelievable? Whether you guys just played a perfect set or you shared the stage with somebody that you were touring with or playing a festival with. What's that one story that you love to tell people about because you're so proud of it?
Let's see. I would say it was. I mean, this is more about Santana. You know, this is how great of a human he is. Our first, we did 2 tours with him, one before Supernatural and one after. And one before, when we first showed up, he came out and he said, "Hey man, come up on stage tonight and play a couple songs." And we're like, "Okay, yeah, sure." And we were, totally excited and completely blown away, and that he even asked. And so we get up there that night, and I think we played 7 songs. And I think 2 of them, even his band didn't know what the songs were, so they were calling out signals. And it was like this crazy chaos, and being scared to death, but also knowing that there's something else happening here. And later on, what I realized is that he's just such a teacher that he had already kind of studied our music and already picked out what we could and couldn't do. And 7 songs he picked to play that night were things that he thought that we would be really good at, and he was right. It was like I was playing a solo, like at one point he points at me to take a guitar solo, and he leaves the stage and he grabs a cigar and lights it up, and I'm like, oh my God, there's 15,000 people out there, and he just left his stage with me on guitar. I'm not that kind of guitarist, I'm not, I usually need to sit and study and not study, but go over it a few times and until I know where I'm supposed to be at. And so he left, and I immediately started just going into a full body sweat. But I got through it, and he came out, and he was just very gracious and clapped, and and I was just like, wow, this is completely bizarre at the moment, but then after getting to know him, he's just I mean, that's what he's all about. He's about teaching and about musicians progressing and evolving, and he told me 5 other guitarists to go look up that he thought I was either similar to or could help me out. And then another day he would invite me back to show me some stuff on guitar in his dressing room, and I was just like, wow, where'd this guy come from? It's just amazing.
Wow, he sounds like the nicest guy in the world. That's a great story.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy. I mean, when we went out with Plant and Page, I used to listen to Led Zeppelin on my BMX bike, going up the jumps and stuff, and that was like. That was my thing, And then we got with Plant Page, and Robert was just like the coolest guy ever too. He was just like a little kid, and very curious and very playful and very innocent almost, and yet he was like a totally professional at what he did, and he was totally professional at handling the people around him, handling security and all that, you know. But so I learned a lot in that respect from him. And then the last night in Boston, I think we toured a month and a half with him, and then did a couple shows in Europe. But the last night in the United States, he came out and gave, you know, a speech about Rusted Root and what he thought about us, and just very, very nice things. And then Jimmy Page came out in a Rusted Root t-shirt and played one of my favorite Led Zeppelin songs ever, which is Song Remains the Same. And you know, there was that feeling of going off a jump, you know, listening to Led Zeppelin, to that feeling of them acknowledging us and then playing my favorite song. It was crazy, you know, it was just completely surreal.
That may be one of the best stories I've ever had on this show. That's amazing. That's amazing. I can't imagine one of your like childhood heroes or idols or whatever going out on stage wearing your band's T-shirt and performing your favorite song. That's ridiculously amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Michael Glabicki is our guest from Rusted Root, Paramount Theater on May 23rd. Tickets are on sale at ParamountNY.com. What's going on with new material? Is there an album in the near future?
Yeah, we hope to get it out in the spring of next year, and we haven't started it yet, but I'm doing all the writing now, and I'm trying to take it a little bit further, where I'm kind of sketching out some of the arrangements, and I'm doing that to kind of, this is going to be like our 25th anniversary. So I'm going to come out with something really kind of different. So I'm sketching out these arrangements, and what I'm trying to do is sort of create these vignettes in the music where, you know, this section is going to go really far in this direction, then it's going to totally shift to this section, which is going to be a completely different direction. And trying to do a little bit more of that, and then present it to the band. And then, you know, they can see very clearly what direction, you know, each section is supposed to go, and then the band takes it much further than I could take it, you know, and that's sort of where I'm at now. I'm spending a lot of time in the studio just sort of sketching out these blueprints.
If you should work Hickey from Glabicki into one of your new lyrics, I will not charge you royalty fees on that. I just want you to let you know that.
All right.
If that makes into a song, I will die with happiness, though. I just want to let you know that, Mike.
Okay.
I want to thank you for spending some time with us, man. We'll look forward to seeing you next week here at the Paramount.
Yeah, how about that venue, huh?
Beautiful.
You guys are so lucky. I mean, it's not the best venue. It's maybe one of 3 in the country.
Yeah, and between Rusted Root and the Wailers, you guys are going to pack that out. There's going to be a lot of moving and a lot of dancing that night.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait.